Hey guys, Scott Schlemmer here. Just wanted to add a little bit to my previous video about maximizing your uh, mining time here with Visionary. I shot the video earlier. I showed you guys what what a good strategy is, but I've had some questions come in regards to you know should I be purchasing one slot all the way through up until the next sys rep and then maxing them out based on the 20 plus 20 bonus. Not necessarily. Okay, so you're looking at my screen here, and you see I've got one slot this week, one slot next week, one slot this week, one slot this week, and then that ends this particular sys rep. Okay, now the reason that I have that is because I have a bunch of units that are about to expire. And so for me, it was just a better strategy to mine one slot per week just to get those used, because I've already got several thousand I'm going to create a 20% bonus on. And then always, like I said, I always start the next sys rep by mining one slot. I told you the reason behind that in the last video. And then 24, 24, 24, 24. But if I was brand new to Visionary, this is what I would do. And this is just me. I'm not giving you any advice on you know, take it for what it is, I guess. This is not financial advice. This is not anything. Don't come back and hold my feet over the fire if the strategy isn't exactly what you want to do after you do it. So, but what I would do if I was brand new to this, if you're looking at my screen right now, let's say I signed up this week as a platinum, for example. This would say, 80 units or whatever it is, or 30 units and 50, whatever that first slider says now. And then these, this would be shown up here as zeros. Okay. What I would do is I would not mine anything next week. I wouldn't mine anything the week after. What I would do is I would mine one slot in the last week of the sys rep, and then I would max out all of these next ones to start the next sys rep. And here's why, because you're going to get, so for platinum, for example, you're going to get 6,000 units in addition to your whatever you mine here that first week. You're going to get an additional, you're going to get 6,000 units. If you use the majority of those, other than that one mining slot in the last week, because you have to set one up in the current week in order to do weeks in advance. So you'd set one up in the last week of the sys rep, and then I would go 80, 80, 80, 80, 80 until I was done. And here's why. Because if by setting those up, remember setting those up in the next sys rep, I'm going to get 20% on 6,000 units. And then once I use all those units, I'm going to get another 20%. Okay, so that's going to be whatever, a couple thousand extra units that I'm going to get for setting that up for the next period. Now, if I used all of those, let's say, for example, within this period here that I'm in, I would only get 20%. I wouldn't get the 20% bonus for setting them up in the next sys rep. I would only get the 20% for using the units, not the 20% for setting them up. So that's what I would do. That's my thought process on it. People were asking, because I know there used to be a requirement to mine one slot per week. Is that why you were doing one slot per week? That is not why for me. I'm doing it strictly because I've got some units that I want to burn up into this particular account. Now, I have 3 accounts. This just happens to be one of them. And so that's just, I just wanted to share some of that strategy of what I'm thinking when it comes to this, and what I know others are thinking as well. So take it for what it is. Like I said, go ahead and mine all those right now. That's not a bad strategy either. It's to mine them all right away, because as we've seen over the last few weeks, we've seen it's a tremendous drop in the amount of coins per slot. So, the potential there to have more, less coins per slot, 4 or 5 weeks out from now is always there. But I'm always going to get more units. So if it does come back up a little bit or a little bit higher, then I'm going to capitalize on that bonus. But, I can't, I can't predict the future. I'm just, trying to give people some options, and so that they can look into this and keep it as simple as possible. Either mine them all right now or set them up possibly for the next sys rep Either way is a good strategy. Just want to give you a couple options. So hopefully everybody's having an awesome night. Talk to you soon. Bye.